Hello everyone, my name is Ashaeden and this is AshaedenStarCraft. We have for you today a silver level matchup actually, and it is right here on Expedition Lost. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce these players and get this thing started. Up here in the top right hand corner we have the blue Zerg player from no clan at all. It is chiefchimpy. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, sporting the red trunks, it is from Team AshFire Gaming, Terran player Terminator. And as I said before, he is back. He is steady on his way, trying to go ahead and bump himself up the Silver League, but currently right now he is in Bronze. And our player up here, our Zerg player, chiefchimpy, he is in Silver. But as we always do, we round up. So, really excited to go ahead and see who's going to win this game. Always kind of go for the underdog a little bit, but you never know what's going to happen in these lower tier games. All kinds of craziness can happen, so let's just see what we got. Right now we have a pretty early gas geyser being taken. Actually, both for that matter. Usually in the higher tier games that costs you a lot of mineral mining, I should say. And pretty standard stuff over here with your racks after supply depot. And going right into your 12 gas. Alright, so yeah, been a couple of days since I cast. My mother actually has come down from Nevada to come see me. So on top of visiting with her and work, I've kind of had some, not too much time. And then of course I've been playing some games with the clan and other friends at night. So that would definitely be that. Cool thing, still waiting on Team EG to respond to my email, and hopefully give me a good response there. Watched a little bit of IEM over the last week or so, and I was actually really shocked to see Dark pull out a strong win against Jaedong ZVT matchup. It was amazing. So if you guys get a chance to check that out, go ahead and go on BattleNet, and feel free to watch that cast. And so now we have Marines being produced. Looks like we're going to have an SCV scout of some sort, maybe a bunker hold. Another Rex and factory over here. No production yet over here. Now we finally got a roach forward on one base. Very delayed here. He must have went AFK, or maybe he's doing something really... Oh, and they got a deny. That would have probably been really good to drop a bunker there, having seen that. And the roach warren will be completed, and he is scouting everything he needs to scout. So Terminator, good job on the scout. No intel yet to speak of on the far side for chiefchimpy, but who knows? Who knows what'll happen? And so we have the factory completed as well as the racks being completed at the same time. Let's see for just a couple of seconds, but he's probably going to be used to go do something else. Make a supply depot over here so drops will be spotted. And we are currently building a tech lab on that. Another SCV just kind of hanging out. He must have been forgotten. He is on strike. He does not want to work today until now when he's building a starport. Couple of lings over here on the field. Not really content to macro yet as far as I can see. chiefchimpy going ahead and just waiting for that hatchery to finish, not producing, producing his first queen, not even going for a second, which he doesn't need to at this point. One Evo on the way as well. The supply depot's done, couple of Marines hanging out, and nothing producing from the factory going into NG, so we're probably going to see some bioplay coming out of Terminator here pretty soon. Going ahead, taking a look here at our APMs. We are sitting at a 32 for chiefchimpy and 23 average for Terminator. So APM's higher for Chief, but it's not really showing in his macro. So I'm not quite sure on that one. Looking over here at our work supply, we're sitting at 20 for chiefchimpy and 19 only for Terminator. And Siege Tank has been sieged. And so I'm going to kind of go ahead and speed this up just a little bit here while we're waiting. We do got lair tech on the way, not making a few drones here and there, a couple of roaches here and there. All in all, it's pretty good so far. Needs to get a queen on the low ground, needs to get some more injects going. But, you know, hey, silver, bronze, you know how it is. Injects are a little bit late here in this division. And yeah, like I said, he should be producing a queen here, hopefully soon. So he can inject both of his hatcheries. Or one layer, I suppose. But I'll say hatchery for the time being. We are actually going for 1-1 here. Missile attack for Chief Chimpy. And plus 1-1 for Terminator as well. And Stim. And now we got some Marines coming in. Hopefully, you know, maybe these spine crawlers are going to be able to do some damage, pull some drones. If he had a queen here, that would have actually done really, really well. But he is going to be able to hold this. So that's a thing. And now the Hydralisk Den is complete. Actually pretty well saturated on his natural, his main, but still no queen over here for his natural expansion. A couple of scans going down from Terminator while he is dropping, while he has his second base completely dropped already. He's getting some mining done here on the low ground also. Bunker up here, a couple of bunkers as a matter of fact. I don't like the position of this one because the lings, I don't know, I guess the lings could go either way and just go right up the base if they wanted to, but more or less you got this here, so they'd have to come around, come here, I don't know. I'd say probably a better one would be right here. But we have a changeling here. And Terminator did attack this bad bunker. He was like, "Oh, I don't like you, bow!" And he got him, so. He did realize it though and stopped over aggressiveness on his bunker. We are making more drones, but I want to see, did this get rallied? No, it is still rallying over here, but he did do a worker transfer, it seems. Nidus Worm, also a pretty good thing. And a baneling nest. And it has now been scanned, so that's a thing. And we're looking at a huge difference in economy right now. Pull up the income tab, it is 880. I guess it's not as bad as I said, 900-ish to almost 900-ish. So I guess it's all in all, Chief Chimpy only a couple of workers ahead, which is pretty huge deal, as a matter of fact, because he should be on an extra base now. But the Nidus Worm did go down, and we're going to see if this is going to actually happen. And no response yet from our Terran player. And banelings come in and just destroy the starport. That's huge, I suppose, but he should have probably killed that mineral line. That will deny medevac production for a short amount of time. But there are medevacs on the field, so it's not too bad. Didn't manage to kill that, though. Like I said, he probably should have went ahead and focused down the mineral line, and that would have actually done a lot more damage in the long run. We do finally have a third base going down for Chief Chimpy. Should probably consider dropping a macro hatch, but once again, this is a bronze and silver level matchup, so. What I do like to see, though, here is we have creep spread. But he is doing it one at a time. It would be nice to go ahead and kind of flip-flop them. If you do watch this replay, go ahead and hopefully these tips will help you out. Spine crawler up here on the high ground, so he's doing pretty good with defense here at home with static D. And so, without further explanation, from Team Ascendant Nation, Poprox is asking for some 3v3s. And of course the answer is no, because I am casting for you wonderful folks at home.
Hi, Marianne. How are you?
So, yeah. And in case if you hear any telephone conversation in the background, that would be my mother on the phone. And here's the drop in the main. And that didn't do too much damage. And so they are ready for the drops in case they do come again. And a little bit oversaturated here in the main. It looks like he's going for Hive Tech here. And yes, that is true. He is going for Hive. And still not saturated on his natural. And he's going to try it again. Oh, he almost did, but he did get scout. He did manage to control that and not lose everything. Creep spread still slowly but surely continuing on. He's doing a worker transfer. I think he has more workers on his third than he does on his natural. But the gas is actually pretty up there for our Zerg player, so he is saving up some bank for something. And our Terran player going to go ahead and get a snipe over here, I think, from this hatchery. Not a whole lot of creep spread going on. So the base drops down, the workers are killed, and how long before we have a reaction? No, that base is going down quick. And there it is, killing the extra larva while he's at it. Why not? And yep, just so you know, we have some swarm hosts over here. Not a whole lot though. Not going to be enough to really do anything on its own. And still didn't have too much for the army here. Not a whole lot of drones got killed. And now we have a little bit of a push. And those swarm hosts did just die. A horrible, horrible death. Our Terran player actually well above in supply right now. And also he is floating a ton of minerals. Terminator is. Ton of minerals, and I don't know what he's doing with his army the longer he waits. Third base going down, actually is down and done for Terminator, and well saturated at that. And the army is not reacting. He's going to lose all these swarm hosts. And the army is not pulling back. I don't understand. There we go. There we go. There's the response. And they're going to actually come in and feel free to just do whatever they want. And on the high ground, so they got a higher worker supply, army supply, and they had high ground vision. That's huge. And the one that had all the armies did just go down. Now, Chief Chimpy did lose most of his army in that engagement, but he managed to clean that up really well. It looks like we're going to have another drop. And so now the rocks are going to go down, and the Zerg army is going to look to go ahead and get in there. And here we go. The Terran army did see the rocks go down, and now the siege tanks siege and are able to hold it off pretty well. And now the gosh, I'm so tongue-tied today. Swarm hosts are going to be cleaned up really quick. You should probably pick them up and save them, in my opinion, because right there they're going to be killed relatively fast. And yes, a fourth base did go down for Terminator as well. Still being built though in the process of. I need to go ahead and try and focus down that siege tank if he can. He does have that high ground vision. Trying to get this supply depot, but it's not that big a deal. And now he's going to get hurt by all the siege tanks. Baiting the Hydras in, getting them all. Looks like they're going to be cleaned up really well. And there you go. And now the Terran army is going to be able to just stim down and kill all of this right here with one scan. So that's going to be a thing. Zerg army drones not doing anything over here. Could be a good idea. No, not actually making anything back at home except for one Hydralisk. He could be making a lot more units than that, but chooses not to for some reason. Siege tanks being made also. And now the army's going to actually do some damage. Oh, I thought so. Maybe not. Drones not being made, drones not being transferred, another hatchery being built, a macro hatch, but you're not making any units. He does got +1 melee now. 2 melee. Yeah. Bunch of Hydras at all these locations, I think. Yeah. So Hydras at all these bases, but not really doing a whole lot as well. So he does have this, but they're going to end up going down. If he doesn't move them and a scan, they're just out of range, and now they're going to be pressured. And they will eventually fall. So good job there with that push, Terminator. And so yeah, my We have another macro hatch going down, but you're not producing out of the ones you have. Let's go ahead and see if I can look at the units tab here. 12 larvae. He could be making units constantly. He's making 41 drones. No, that's just how many. He has 41 drones. Sorry, now he's making 7 hydras. And the hydras are going to go ahead and defend the gold base over here. And I don't think they're going to be able to hold this very well, but crazier things have happened. 4 more hydras on the way. Speed finally getting started at the 32-minute mark. So that could be a very impressive play if he's able to use the speedlings correctly and are allowed to get them out for that matter. Ultralisk Cavern on the way as well, and +2 mech attack and +1 mech armor. And I think honestly this base is going to be sniped before he even realizes what happened. All the drones just get picked off really fast. The hatchery gets picked off, and all these hydralisks are going to go down. And there's pretty much nothing that the Chimpy can do. That whole base is being cleaned up real quick. And we have no production on the back end. We have 3 ultras actually on the back end of this. And so all the larvae did get cleaned up over there. Like I said, 4 ultras now on the way. About to be completed. And are they going to be completed in enough time? That's the question. All of these hydralisks being picked off on the move command. And the ultralisks are about to be done. And are they going to do enough damage? That's the question, folks. And they are going to go in 3, 2, 1. There they are. Are they going to be able to actually take this out? And I think the answer is yes. Just in the nick of time before he loses this base. But at what cost? He did lose his other base at home. A lot of his drones died in this engagement. And now... Oh, Terminator says nice timing with the Ultra. Very, very nice indeed. But honestly, there's so much back here at home. I don't think there's really too much of an answer that Chief Chimpy can do, but who knows? This was a good save, I should say, as far as that is concerned. Upgrades are done. Zergling and adrenal glands almost complete as well. About 3/4 of the way done. And then +3 melee also almost done. And tons of scans being laid out. Terminator just wants to know what's going on. Is there units in production? How many units are in production? And what the economy is like. And to be honest with you, Chief Chimpy is not doing so hot anymore with only 800 per minute versus 1320 per minute. Now Vikings are also on the way. I don't know why. I guess to kind of pick off the overlords. But hey, you know, whatever. +2 mech armor on the way and +3 mech attack on the way. 7 more drones as well and 4 spine crawlers. Where are the spine crawlers going? Okay, so they're going back up here. Thank goodness for spine crawlers, I should say. And is this going to be a drop? Nope, this is going to be another command center here. So he has just been macroing his head off, making units, and just being an all-out nuisance to our Zerg player. And still not getting enough gas over here on your 3rd. Should be dropping another base. Gotta have that economy. About to get mined out actually of that 3rd. But he doesn't even have enough economy for that. Not enough. He has all of his drones right here. He should probably consider splitting them up actually between both bases. And a couple of Vikings also now coming across the map. Trying to get some vision, maybe pick off a couple of overlords, and oh my gosh, is this such a sweet spot for all these OVs. And this could end up supply blocking Chief Chimpy if he's not too careful. And he has no hydralisks here to stop it. So all these OVs have run the chance of actually being taken out. They do go ahead and move closer to the spire, the spore, which is what he wants. So with any good micro, he'll be able to actually get around. And he does. He doesn't. And he managed to take out one Overlord as well. So very good there as far as the micro on the 2 Vikings taking out one Overlord. Still no production yet from Chief Chimpy. He's just getting upgrades. But this is going to put him so far behind, especially when this attack hits. He has nothing to defend but these few Ovies. And Terminator is maxed. Terminator here trying to scout for this 4th base. And I guess it was a good thing he didn't build it because he wouldn't have had anything to defend it. So he would have just went ahead and lost that base. So all in all, I guess a good decision maybe. But perhaps if he was macroing, he'd have been able to make more units. Not exactly sure. Oversaturated now in this 3rd. And here he sees the Terran army moving in. And for what he has... oh, and he's got all of his bio in front. The Ultralisk being shredded. They're going down almost immediately, and there is almost no army here to speak of. Army supply now sitting 2 to 133. And Chief Chimpy goes ahead and leaves the game without a GG. It's about the only thing I could say. Chief Chimpy probably should have been macroing a little bit more, building more drones. Not focusing so much on upgrades, which is hard for me to say because upgrades are a major thing that people should be getting. He got the upgrades, but he didn't make didn't macro behind it and get the units that he needed. All in all, good game, both players. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.